So hey world, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to Bella Ramsey reacts to The Last of Us fan series, Vanity Fair. Let's watch.
Yeah, with me and Pedro, it was sometimes like father-daughter energy, but most of the time it was like two annoying siblings. I also felt like I was his dad sometimes. Sometimes I was the father. Most of the time, Pedro was the daughter.
Why are you so important?
I think what really impressed them was the fact that I didn't turn into a monster. Hello, I'm Bella Ramsey. I play Ellie in The Last of Us, and I'm going to be discussing some fan theories with Vanity Fair. Be warned, there are spoilers. There will be sensitive discussions. But, I mean, if you're worried about spoilers, you should go and watch the show before watching this. You should watch the show anyway. This was posted by Zmanate. Ellie isn't actually immune. The cordyceps are just acting really slowly, causing her to slowly go insane. It's well established that you quickly lose your mind before turning into a runner. This transition into insanity is usually extremely fast, but my theory is that with Ellie, it's extremely slow.
Why?
This scares me. Oh, Ellie is definitely insane, but like, aren't we all? I'm a bit insane. Does that mean cordyceps is slowly growing in my body? Ellie's quite violent and quite, like, impulsive, which I guess
But Joel is the same way, so that wouldn't make any sense.
But I feel like that's just who she is, but maybe like that's amplified by the slow burning cordyceps.
No,
I don't even think about
no,
it.
that wouldn't
I don't
make
see
sense.
why this couldn't be true. This is by GNU Linux. They may be able to cure humanity by infecting a generation of mothers. Ellie is immune because her mother was infected shortly before giving birth. Reproducing these circumstances would mean infecting every birthing mother, curing a generation of newborns. I feel like they've just solved the problem. They've just like saved the world with this theory. Like, this is genius. I mean, the mothers would have to consent and like be okay with being infected, but I feel
Oh,
like
right, because then they would die.
I would be up for it.
I wasn't even thinking. Yeah, because they would die.
Conquistador, I quite like that.
All of the mothers would die.
Series is that Ellie is special, but it's not the immunity that makes her important, it's fucking Ellie. She's strong, she's brave, she's capable of violence, but has a huge, unbreakable heart, huge in capital letters. Everyone sees it. Her principal back in the QZ, Riley, Marlene, Tess, Joel, David, everyone sees it, and almost everyone feels an intense instinct to protect her. I think that Ellie is going to grow into a leader who unites the survivors in a way that might most resemble some combination of Kathleen and her brother Michael. The only other outcome would have left the world quite possibly even worse off than it was before, and without Ellie. Joel made the right decision, even if for the wrong reasons, and he will never know why. So I think this is basically like the underlying story of the whole thing. The immunity is definitely one of the things that makes her special, but like, fucking Ellie is also what makes her special. Yeah, I think like this is like, she delved beneath like the surface level meaning. Oh, don't ask me if Joel made the right decision. I mean, I think he made the right decision. And I think, like, most people agree. From, like, the reaction to the series as well, I think more people are like, he definitely made the right decision. I don't think it was even a choice. I don't even think it was a decision for him. There was no other option other than to save her. Because he did save the world. But, like, his world, that's so cringy. Yeah. That's kind of true. Klutzy_camp6627. Marlene already knew Ellie was immune and used Riley to get her. In this theory, her character is even more integral to the story because she plays a more critical role, becoming more than Ellie's love interest. Riley unknowingly lays the seeds for motivating Ellie to sympathize.
That's why Riley came back.
Why would Marlene recruit a 16-year-old girl simply because, as Riley put it, Marlene was impressed by watching me sneak around?
Right.
No, Riley was recruited because Marlene knew she was Ellie's roommate and close friend. Marlene already knew Ellie was immune before she got bitten by the fact that she told her Firefly subordinates not to kill her on the spot. She used Riley to get Ellie on board with the Fireflies. I don't want to believe this is true.
It makes sense.
Ellie and that there's no ulterior motive because that's too much of a.
No, I'm not saying that she didn't that they didn't like each other, didn't love each other, because they did. But she might have the ulterior motive, because then she said she was gonna go away. I don't think Ellie said she was gonna go with her. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Otherwise, but I mean, it's valid. Riley leaving for 3 weeks and whatever.
I don't know when it makes sense.
Part of this whole scheme, it would like ruin Ellie if this was true. I mean, she already has trust issues, right?
Right.
So this would just, I feel like she would never be able to trust anybody.
Yeah,
again.
but Marlene's dead. Riley's dead, so it doesn't matter.
Also, because of that, like if she
so it's like,
found out
yeah, maybe it was,
or
maybe it wasn't.
Everything. Oh, no, I can't believe this. Now it's gonna play on my mind. This one was posted by Nova Euphoria. The Last of Us, Joel's real reason. Joel thought that sacrificing Ellie wasn't worth saving humanity. The same humanity that killed his daughter. The same people that kill each other every day. I think the giraffes symbolize true innocence. The vanishing grace of childhood. This is beautiful. When Joel looked back at the giraffes and they were almost gone, he realized that innocence has left this world. And the world needed innocence. People like Ellie. It didn't need a cure, because the cordyceps wasn't the real disease. It's what people have become.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Period.
True.
Yeah.
Truth. I'm trying to think of like what the youth say, like when something's true. Oh, period. I feel like that episode. With
Girl.
shows that humans.
She was like, I'm thinking what the youth says. Girl, you're 19. You're the youth.
And capable of like far
You
worse
are
than
the
they also
youth.
know what they're
And me
doing.
being like,
Cordyceps
period.
are
And then
much
she
more
was like,
instinctive. So I feel like
period.
that's really the real
That's funny.
fear. SL4G, which looks like slag. Am I allowed to say that? Okay, good. Maybe Joel is her actual dad. Whoa, that would have...
No.
How?
No.
That would have meant that Anna... Oh, yeah. I guess Joel is the age to be her dad. Oh, this is blowing my mind a little bit. I meant like Anna and Joel would have hooked up somewhere. When? How? I don't know.
But that wouldn't even make sense to the story.
Joel is her actual dad.
And that doesn't even matter
She doesn't
because
really
he
look
is
like
her dad.
Sarah.
He is
So I
her
feel
real
like
dad.
They couldn't
So,
even be half
period.
sisters.
But
Maybe they could. Maybe Joel is her dad. Uh-oh. I think Joel is inherently a good dad. I think he was like born to be a dad. He has dad energy, for sure. He would definitely do like dad dancing at a party. With me and Pedro, it was sometimes like father-daughter energy, but most of the time it was like two annoying siblings who like love each other and annoy everybody else. I also felt like I was his dad sometimes. I told him to like breathe. Like, it's okay. You're doing a good job. Take a breath. He also did that a lot to me. We were very, very equal on the father-daughter playing ground. This is why I say we're more like siblings. But he definitely like sometimes was like super dad to me. Like super dad. This is by Throw the Clown Away 20. I really quite enjoy that name. I watched a TikTok this morning that theorised that the doctors the Fireflies employ are all med school dropouts. No trained, experienced doctor is going to be so impatient and or stupid that they'd get access to one immune person on Earth and just go, okay, let's hack up her brain and hope for the best. FFS. Brain biopsies are a thing that exists and don't require anyone to die, but you don't exactly learn to do that in your first year. That's true. I mean, no one's really been in like formal education for a while. The world was destroyed 20 years ago, and they're just gonna like chop out a brain and not even.
because wouldn't it be in her blood too?
The brain and
Or no? I mean, I guess it's only in the brain.
Like, why didn't they think of that? Maybe they just really hate me. Okay, the next one.
Girl.
Macklin Vance said, I just realised. Another clue Ellie is immune. She's eating a breaded chicken sandwich, while Joel and Tess are eating beef jerky. If bread equals cordyceps, Ellie is casually flaunting her immunity in front of Joel and Tess. This could be...
No. That's dumb. Because the only reason why bread and flour and all that stuff was causing people to turn was because the first person to turn worked in a factory where they made bread and all that stuff that has the same ingredients. And when that got distributed to the world or America or wherever it went, they turned because the virus was in that food. But 20 years in the apocalypse, Marlene, I mean, they have other places where they grow bread and stuff like that. And, well, not grow bread. I mean, they make bread and grow like tomatoes and all that stuff. So those places do not have the virus because the other place, the apocalypse started in one factory, but now it's 20 years later, so they don't have the virus there. So it's not that it was the bread itself, it's just that it was the bread that was made in that specific factory. So
an interesting thing. But I do think that one of the reasons Joel and Tess are eating beef jerky is just because like that's all they've got. I really don't know how they survived though. But the bread thing, I don't know if that's still the case. Like maybe cordyceps got into the initial like one batch of flour, but now more bread is being produced, new batches of
right, because when she was eating the sandwich, it was like 20 years later. 20 years later, that's when Joel, you know, the flash forward had already happened. So how would 20 years later the virus still be in bread? That is so dumb. Like, duh, what?
Being made made that don't contain cordyceps, but can they?
And they were not eating bread because they didn't have bread.
Death. Why haven't you just spoken so long? I interpreted Ellie cutting that zombie with her knife as her testing how human the guy is. She wanted to see the fungus to feel better about it really no longer being human. I think that this Ellie cutting that zombie with her knife, that scene, she's thinking of like Riley and Tess and being like, you killed Riley and Tess, essentially. Like the infected guy. It's like, even though it wasn't you, it was you. It's like your people, you killed them. It's like her first moment of real violence and like revenge. Yeah, she's kind of evil in the moment. I'm kind of into it. Thank you for watching me read these out and listening to my
You
thoughts.
are very
Enjoy
welcome.
The Last of Us, if you haven't seen it already, and watch out for season 2.
Girl, of course I have.
Sorry.
Amazing. Wait, what'd you say?
If you haven't seen it already, and watch out for season 2. It'll be a while, sorry.
It will be a while, sorry. She already knows. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'll wait. I'll wait because I know it's going to be good. Because when you wait, it's not even waiting. It's just, life keeps going. You just keep living. And eventually when the moment comes and season 2 comes out, it's like, season 2 is going to come out. Yay. And then we'll look back and it's like, oh my God, it's been like 2 years. Oh my God. It went fast. 2 years were nothing because it's always that thing. It's like, oh, it's gonna come out 2 years from now, and we'll be like, oh, that's such a long time. And then when it actually comes out, we'll look back and it's like, oh, that went by so fast. And it's all about perspective. So it's like we just keep living life, finding other shows to watch and other things to do, and when eventually the show comes out, we enjoy it. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!